Welcome to the ninth. Welcome to the 90th minute whistle. I'm here with my co-host Mario, and yeah, this is kind of one of the most awkward podcasts that I'm gonna be doing right now. I'll be honest with you.
What?
This is gonna be one of the most awkward podcasts because my league. I'm in the middle of a ranked game on League right now, League of Legends.
Yeah, we'll see on Discord.
Yeah, and because people in this game don't have brain cells, the game is going on for 40 minutes now. But yeah, like
Let's transfer news of it.
yeah, preseason.
One of us a preseason said transfer news.
Yeah, transfer news preseason, I'm on the same time though.
All right. You kick it off.
Well, Gabby Vega. PSG is picking him up. Liverpool has signed Dominic Sabuzai, Hungarian star boy. Chelsea has Jackson and Kunku. City about to bid 100 million for Gavidal. I think that's kind of too much money though, but Kane. Bayern wants Kane. We're gonna see if Kane really if Kane is a serious footballer.
You know, he can make a big move like a year from now, right?
Yeah, like we want to see if he's a serious footballer because you have the opportunity to go to Bayern.
No, but again, like Maga available. Let's say that he doesn't. Let's say that him play this year. You don't say Maga available like next year, right?
Yeah, like that, but that's assuming Levy doesn't sell him. And like I said, I told that we had this discussion already, right? Big clubs are not going to wait on him to become available. They're just going to go off the next thing.
Yeah, but you want to be like you can talk to him from January.
True, but again, is Bayern going to wait half a season to sign him? I don't think so. They need a striker. No, they're not going to wait till January. They need a world class striker. No.
Yeah, but my point is that like Kane I gotta get a big move if Kane want a big move.
That is true.
That me like my understand say Bayern is right now, but the only way I don't see him as a serious footballer is if him sign a new contract. Then now we can then he can say, well, you know? And it's hard for and it's still hard to say if you're a serious footballer because we used to look up to footballers who were very loyal to one club. But all of those clubs had success, so we never look down on the footballer for staying there. You look at the Maldinis, Nestas, Izime.
Yeah, but Maldini and Nesta are what 2-3 European Cup winners.
That's my point. Those teams were properly built overall. Izime and different situation from Tottenham, of course, especially at that time. But my point was that I don't want to bring too much other sport into the podcast, but it's the same thing with the whole Damian Lillard situation. You see me, the only difference is Damian Lillard's team basically that show him the door. Even though I'm putting the trade request, but I think that was more formal than anything else. But it's the same thing.
Yeah, but I think in Illard's situation, right? Illard has given Portland time to find players, right?
Same
he
thing
wanted them to trade the third pick in the draft. So they could bring in some support for him, and they decided that they were going to draft again. So Portland is showing that they're not a serious team.
No, it's not that they're not serious. They're rebuilding. Like them know them can't build around. That's the thing, you know. They know that their options to build around them aren't there to make a champ.
Yeah, but the problem is, right? Yeah. You've wasted them.
No,
you've had them for how long now?
Yes,
and you failed year after year after year.
Yes, and we can say the same thing about we can say the same thing about that.
I wouldn't say that because guess what, right? Pochettino got them close.
No,
right?
but that's not. No.
But when Pochettino needed the support to transition the team after that 2018, when they got to the Champions League final, when this was when, as the owner of the football club, you go all in. right? You give them the money.
Yeah, but
You're
that's
bringing new players. You're
but
bringing new blood.
everything you describe can be described for both situations. Both teams not making good decisions for their stars. I guess they might have a little one time where them have a second star with them. Like for example, Son with Kane when Dame had CJ and before CJ and did have what the guy with them did trade to Spurs? LaMarcus Aldridge. So, like, yes, they've done one and two things right around the superstar, but always fail to execute when they're at the closest. We can say that about both situations. Now, on one hand, I kind of respect them for wanting to stay because guess what? Look at Giannis. Look at Jokic. Because they won with the team that they got drafted by. I'm sure Dame wanted to experience that. And even if Dame was to leave and get a ring, I still think look at LeBron. LeBron get a ring with Miami and still wanted to go back to Cleveland. Forcing Cleveland to say, oh, all right, fuck Andrew Wiggins. Fuck couple of the draft picks. We need Kevin Love. Plus Kyrie with it done.
That's why I said that I will not hold it against Kane for being loyal to Spurs, right?
If him sign a new contract.
But if him sign a new contract, then we go to already, yeah, man, bad man. Yeah. You're not serious about this. You're not serious.
If him just get the year, because again, the new coach is a coach I like.
Again, which is perfectly fine. If him, again, Brad just said that, like you said, it's Kane. He will get a big move, right? He's Kane after all. He will get a big move. But if he signs a contract extension, they may just say, no, you're not serious about ending a career with some trophies. You're not serious. Because while Alan Shearer record is gone and while you take Rooney record, right? Rooney can point to a Champions League and multiple Premier League titles. Like Kyle Walker's left Spurs and him have a trouble.
Bro, Indambele and Indambele have a Syria title.
Oh yeah, true. See, what year Argentine him again? We left from there. Lamela?
Yes, yeah. Lamela.
And him have a Europa League. Like I said, Son to me is the most unserious football.
By the way, like if Roma want another free agent to sign, like Lamela would be perfect right now.
Isn't Sevilla like selling everybody plus the coach?
No. The new coach of them bringing is all right. So the coach of them at the final is not who coached them all season last year.
Oh, okay. But so, we heard that the club, because of the debt situation,
no, off a sale. Yeah, but
everybody's off a sale basically. There's no.
Yeah, but the coach was safe because I him them are gonna build the club moving forward. That's why they bring back Brian Hill from Tottenham, if I'm not mistaken, because them little youth there go play now. The Oscar Rodriguez who Lotepegui did bring in. I don't know if them gonna keep Papa Gay from Marseille. Take Papa Gay from the box-to-box mid youth. Go play for Senegal.
Yeah.
I don't know if them gonna take him from Marseille. Marseille boy they're tough. So they might actually sell him for a cheap price. So I don't know who them exactly them keep, but most of the older guys who like Rakitic, Goodedge, Lucas Ocampos. Lucas Ocampos did upon loan. He might go back at Ajax. Ajax might sell him. Lamela, I don't know what happened with him, but Jose saying want free agents. So like we get OR as a free agent, and there's a couple other free agents who I look on. Is it me? Vincent Abu, somebody that recommend Romaka. We need a number 9 who's similar to Eto, can do everything. Now, I don't expect him to be exactly what Eto is, but him have Eto playing style. We see that for Cameroon, especially. He's Cameroon savior at all times. Look at him knock out Brazil out of the World Cup. He came back to Europe after CR7 basically taking him spot at Al Nazir. And he immediately light up the Turkish league, which I mean is a league that he's been dominating. But him getting payday, him come back to Europe, him still about 31, 32, probably gonna turn 32 this season. Yeah, and he's not somebody I got to pay for because him they just come back for Besiktas just till the end of the season. And again, has played well, you see me? So like I think if there's any coach who can get the most out of that type of forward who still won't be necessarily detriment to Tommy's development. Jose can play him and Tommy up top on the ball as a 10 at times because a 3-5-2 Jose use now. So like Bellotti never work.
No, that
So,
was a failure.
but I don't want him sell Bellotti either. Bellotti is still good coming off the bench. Bellotti still works hard for
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you know Jose and him strikers them say.
yeah, but him
Jose
like
strikers have to score goals. Jose don't care about. Yeah, you have working hard is a given in a Jose team. But as a Jose has never kept a striker that misfires for more than one season. Never.
so like I say,
He always replaces them.
and I think Borja Mayoral coming back, I think I want him to be kept in the squad as well. I think him and Bellotti can be good coming off the bench. But if I was to get another free agent striker, if we need to get a winger, I would like recommend Lamela because Roma was in first European club, well respected at the club, and he might play with the ball out Argentine. Them say they want Icardi. If that goes through, fine. Like no problem. But if them don't get Icardi, then I would want them to go for Abubakar. And there's a couple other players as well. You have the Korean central midfielder where play for Olympiacos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, trust me, that you the bad. Like for box to box mid, you have like very good passing. Can't remember his name right now. Player of the World Cup. Been excellent for Olympiacos. We know that doesn't mean much to people because it's Greek league. But we already bought somebody from Olympiacos who was his midfield partner, Kamara, who plays for African country. I should know, but I don't remember the name right now. So Roma makes some good moves overall. But like the Kane to even like wrap up the Kane thing is only if him don't sign. Only if him sign a contract extension is the only time that I really like.
So yeah, you're not serious.
Yeah.
But Chelsea's making some moves. They have signed. Well, they've signed a Brazilian talent. Oh my God, I can't remember his name.
Gabriel Angelino.
Yes, Angelino.
Mm.
FM signing. Like if you play Football Manager, then you know Angelino. He's one of the go-to Brazilian wonder kids that everybody always picks up. But they're signing one from Flamengo. He's a starter for Flamengo.
Third,
I think it's him. Yeah, but let me
Pedro. Pedro, the striker.
No, it's the number 10, not the striker.
Which one?
Franca.
Okay.
Marcellus Franca.
Yeah. I'm alright.
Not the striker. They
Come
signed.
on, I'm alright.
They signed the playmaker.
Either way, I'm alright. But like him now, I don't see like huge potential in him though.
Yes, we're probably going to send him on loan to Strasbourg, which is now our sister club, a part of Blue Co. Chelsea, we've started our multi-club model, and we're sending Angelina there. We're probably going to send this youngster there as well. Although he's been playing for Flamengo senior team for the first team, so he could probably get game time at Chelsea.
But he's not been a starter. He's not been a starter for me.
He's not been a starter. Okay.
No, you have Everton Ribeiro in front of him.
So one of the guys will come off of the bench.
And then here's the thing: the Brazilian league kind of just start back. So if you want to say this season is a start,
well, last season he's been
no, that's what I'm saying.
Last season.
No, but but that's why I said from last season he was still more of a come on for Everton Ribeiro. Or while let's say that them play a Copa Libertadores match, right?
Yeah.
Then the following weekend or the weekend before that, or the two back-to-back weekends, they must start him because you want Everton Ribeiro and your senior man them for the Copa
Libertadores.
So like man say him never start not all last season, but like Everton Ribeiro.
No, which is understandable. He's a kid, he's 18. So
that's somebody
he's only exceptional. And this comes back to off topic about this just shows how great Neymar was, that he was a full starter at 16 in Santos. Because that is unheard of in Brazilian football.
Yo, brother, like people forget
for
like
teenagers to be full-on starters.
People have them
biases and them
like
and they just locked into certain things because, like I said, he was a full-on starter at 16 years old.
Like, I'm not even talking about just that. Like, I'm just talking Neymar overall. I keep saying it, like Neymar revolutionized football in multiple ways. And he might get the credit fee. because you still do it in the Messi and Ronaldo generation.
Mm-hmm.
But like any footballer where you will see the TikTok dances right now, a Neymar the first
True.
in terms of viral footballers. People who know what I talk about from Brazil know what I talk about. Like that the song I
Yeah,
See.
like wasn't he performing on stage one of the biggest reggaeton artists when he was
Well,
still at
I don't think
Santos?
yeah, like because again, he was dancing in him dressing room on video to I See What You Pego, like that song. And I don't remember the name of that. But at the time it was like the biggest song in South America. It's like the biggest love song in South America. And Neymar must I don't know if Neymar created the dance to it. Because him just did that randomly dancing at the Santos dressing room. So I consider him the first like viral footballer in terms of social media and all of that stuff. Because remember, even before he came to youth, Roy Keane, which one of the Man United legend did I say he's a YouTube footballer?
I think it was Roy Keane.
Either Keane or Neville, one out of the two of them. But that's my point. Like he's the first viral footballer. He's the first so for all of the people like myself who watch name a compilation channel on football with all the highlights and skills. Like I know that we were watching Messi and Ronaldo highlights, but Neymar was different because one, he wasn't doing it in Europe where he have a big platform. So for him to be almost as popular as Messi and thing there, brother, I remember not staying up, sorry. When me in a high school, right? I remember like I don't remember the name of the website, but we used to like pirate like live streams, right?
The
And
good old days. Huh?
yeah, like we used to pirate live streams in a high school. So I remember waking up early. I thought about set alarm. This is when we in a high school, So you know I get up out a bit of morning time. Like must stay up for watch Barca versus Santos in that final in 2012 for the FIFA Clubs World Cup. Just to see what
Yeah.
Neymar would do against Barca. And granted, Iman Ganzo played well. As a matter of fact, Santos played well overall, but that Barca team was just different level. You see me, because them they bring in Fabregas before the Clubs World Cup, and them did have Pedro Sanchez. Villa did injury prone, but them still have Villa. This is the first year they brought in Alexis Sanchez, and Villa did start really get bad injuries. And Sanchez and Pedro played either side of Messi. You see me? And they had Christian Teo and Cuenca as youngsters. Thiago was still a youngster. Still had Fabregas. Just brought in Fabregas. Still have Xavi, Iniesta and Busquets. Still have Cedar Keita. Still have Puyol. Puyol are now dropped to the bench. This is when Pep did start play the three at the back. All kind of foolishness in the midfield. But they did have
Yeah,
Abidal.
the 3-4-3 inverted diamond
Yeah,
madness in
and
did do.
yeah, like it start like at some point like Pep did bored that season there. Like Pep did well bored that season there. You see me? Like at them time, that's why I say people, Premier League people are talking about Pep formation and like at the first one I say this.
No, like we've seen this before.
See it at Barca, see it at Bayern, especially at Bayern. Man,
Yes, we saw it a lot at Bayern because
especially at
he had to figure out how to fit in Muller into his team with Lewandowski. That's why Muller had like 45 goals and assists that season. That was like the first time Muller, that was the second time Muller got to play as a pure Rambuta. And Pep had to facilitate that.
So like I say, like no for them man talk about no like Pep been doing this. But yeah, like Neymar was like the first viral footballer. Like viral footballer. Because players across Europe started to do the same I see Chipego dance, like in celebrations.
Yeah.
I thought even Marcelo will play for Madrid. You have Daniel Alves that do it for Barca. You have basically most of the Brazilian them and the Portuguese as well. So like all the way see like most of what I know in terms of like viral dances and footballers and all them thing they like Neymar they not do that from the beginning. You see me? So I'm not gonna get credit for that because it's not seen as a positive, you see me? In the current football world. You get me I say? it is still seen as a distraction from the football. Because what the biggest thing we're complaining about now, youngsters care more about them social media likes than winning trophies, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And that's across sports. That's not just football. That's across sports. That's why most people look at the whole Portland situation. Not just Portland, Houston and them team there as a bad situation because unlike the Oklahoma City Thunder, when you
Who's
draft,
actually building a core, a good young core?
yeah, but that's what I say. Results make everything just look different in perspective because look at it. Exactly what the Thunder are doing, Portland are doing right now. Give up a star, use a draft pick on players who would think would have been a core. Them draft Shaden Sharp, them get Anthony Simons, and now them get Scoot Henderson. Them basically I say, yo, we are rebuild, DM, please. We are give you a chance for leave. But we don't want the fans them vex, put in a trade request. Now, granted, the fans them vex with them right now, but like that's why I'm putting a trade request. Because the organization never wanted it seem like I push them or push him out. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but like we already hear from long before, say yo, if them don't trade the pick and bring in some help for him, he's leaving. So
Yeah.
he gave them the ultimatum long before.
No, but even still, their plan was always for blow it up. I DM them a wait pan. DM just give them.
Yeah, but how can you blow up when you never built anything in the first
Oh,
place?
but that's when I said I'm not saying they didn't fail to build in earlier. And there was days when they built.
And again, when you have a superstar like them, you build around your superstar.
No, but again, Leon, there was even moments. They were even in a conference final with Golden State. That's why I said there was times where they got some stuff right. We can't just look upon them like, okay, not never trying on at all. You see me? You tried, but you failed. We're not going around it, you failed. But we can't pretend like it was all bad. You see me? The LaMarcus Aldridge thing for a while did smart, but then decided to trade LaMarcus Aldridge. That was stupid. Fine, you get CJ McCollum later down the line. You couldn't build with C. You end up trade CJ and don't replace him with proper talent. Again, failure. So we're not denying saying no, but you've been to conference final with Golden State. And that didn't even start the whole Damian Lillard versus thing there. Steph Curry situation. Even though the two superstars like each other, never really want a rivalry either way. Like the two of them respect each other. But the fans did want to turn it into a rivalry. But Dame never speak about that Steph and Steph never speak about that Dame. So it never turned into who everybody. Plus the whole, of course, Golden State being a championship contender and Portland not building properly around Dame. So the reason why we have Dame time is because we've seen Dame in the playoffs. The problem is they've never been built around properly. And the few times that they've somehow successfully built around you properly, the following year them do something stupid to fuck it all up. So when I say they never fail, but they did get some things right at points. So I think
So
they
it's the same situation with Tottenham then.
yeah,
They had good situations, but they fucked it up overall.
exactly. Look what Harry Redknapp did build. And you get Bale and Madrid for leave for high prices and basically fuck up the money the entire way. The only reviving thing was Ericsson and Son. And that was much later after the whole Tim Sherwood thing and the whole
Ronaldo and all them little crap there.
yeah, like
Waste of hundreds of millions of dollars.
Hansen and them players. So like when I say them get everything right. And even the ones that them did get right, they never give those guys much of a chance. Dempsey, Sigurdsson, like you never really give them a chance for cook. So like you wasted a lot. So
what do you think about Turkey? The guy from Leon, another one that Chelsea I look at for pick up.
it kind of panicky.
Why you think it's panicky? We do need a backup winger for Madu. Okay, we are short a winger.
But
And we are short
Turkey's
a
not a
10.
wing.
We are short a backup for.
Turkey's a 10.
You say we're short a 10 because we're apparently we sold all of them.
Using Cook as a 10.
Yes, and who's the backup for Nkunku?
I don't know, bringing somebody.
Okay, that's what they're doing.
That
They're looking at Turkey as a backup for that's the 10. Or they maybe go use Carney. But Carney's more of an 8 to me than a 10.
He's not a 10.
They're looking to send Omari Richardson on loan to Strasbourg.
Should. Again, don't pile up everybody at Strasbourg, please. Please.
No, but I think they're like it's maybe 3 or 4 players they're gonna send over there.
Again,
And then the rest they're gonna look for Premier League loans for.
again, like, please try to spread them. All right, put it this way. Ideally, let's say you send Thatcher out on loan, right?
Yeah.
Send him gun or something. Fine. Let's say you're sending Omari out on loan, right? If you can't get a bottom of the table Premier League side like a Luton Town, I'm gonna know that no great film development in
Yeah, I know why you want to put the money in a really relegation battles.
cool. But if you can't get a mid-table club in the Premier League, forget him. Send him somewhere like German League. Lower, even if I like a Werder Bremen. Werder Bremen finished 13th. Not a European club, not fight relegation neither. Them just get what my boy from Liverpool named Toure. Them just get Werder Bremen just get him. Like, stop. Like, I understand, say you want to do the whole VT setting all over again with Strasbourg and with other clubs who are going to probably purchase or build.
Yeah, we'll look for buy one in Portugal next.
Yeah, like I said, like send somebody to a Portuguese club, send somebody to a Dutch club. You see me? Even if not VTs, like AZ Alkmaar. You see me? Newcastle just sent Minte to Feyenoord. Arsenal send Reece Nelson one time to Feyenoord. So it's like, and Feyenoord is a league title winner this year. So like, we're not talking about at the bottom of the barrel of the Dutch league. So like, I would love if Chelsea try to help these guys expand them horizons a little bit. Even the Belgium league, man, like even the Belgium league, just for give you some confidence of it. Like whole heap of playing time plus confidence. But again, that more have to do with sports science. So for example, if you already have like a super confident footballer, give him a league will challenge him. If you have a footballer when not all that confident, give him a league will challenge him, but not gonna kill him confidence if him not like make it. You get me I say?
Okay, understandable.
Like, but spread out the thing. Andre Santos used to other Brazilian people. Send him to Porto or Benfica or Sporting Central Portugal. Brazilian.
Well, we heard that for Andre Santos that Pochettino wants to evaluate him in preseason. Pochettino wants to evaluate Santos and Cassidy before deciding if he wants them to go on loan or if he wants to have them as a part of his squad.
No, let's say once and
Because at this moment in time in America, we only have 2 senior midfielders, which is Gallagher and Enzo. That's it. Now, let's say we get Caicedo, which looks like we're going to get Caicedo. That makes 3 senior midfielders.
Yeah, but none of them defensive mids.
But none are pure defensive mids. While Enzo can do a job there, and while Deserbi use Caicedo primarily as a 6, I feel he's better playing the Kante role than the sitter role.
There's no denying that. But women might like take again upon Edson Alvarez, see what Ajax are talking about. Been playing as a centre back for Mexico, but we've always known he can play centre back as well. But like,
we were in fine last year when we were trying to bring him in, but we end up get Zakaria upon loan in Canada. Ajax wasn't going to sell him, but I don't know why we haven't looked back at that avenue. Like again, we haven't looked at a pure defensive mid.
If there was a time for buy him, it would be now. And bring back Ethan Ampadu. We had a good loan spell at Spezia.
Ampadu will be sold this year. That's what we have been told.
Well, again, if you want a backup for like a Edson Alvarez, if you buy a Alvarez, like that would be perfect backup because him not threaten Alvarez starting position. He had a good loan spell at Spezia. What you want me to tell you?
Yes, again, he's had very good loan spells. He's never had a bad loan spell. But I think this is why the club is letting him go. I think the price is 12 mil. So like, he's up for sale.
Like I said,
Pulisic is up for sale. Ziyech look like he was failing medical with the Saudi club because I'm me, and him don't want to accept the pay cut.
Yeah, but the pay cut. Yeah, then what the fuck can I take a pay cut for America come to Saudi?
Yeah, because your knee is fucked, and the club doesn't want you, and nobody in Europe is going to buy you because you fucked your knee. That's why you failed your medical.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, like if Ziyech can always go back to Ajax. Like it's not like him now gonna have no options after this. That's my point.
I don't think Ajax wants him back either.
Again, we've seen Ajax.
Yeah, but remember that this Ajax new board is not the same board that was there when he was there. And I doubt Ajax is going to take him back.
No, but the point is they have this, even though it's a different board, they have all of them do the same thing. They're Ajax bred. So it's like the board might change, the members of the board might change, but the philosophy don't change. Like Ajax will bring back their older players, especially when they're older. Like
yeah, well, as of now, there's zero communication.
No, I'm just saying, that's what I say. Like, it's still, to me, no matter. To me, it's like, all right, if I go to the Saudi League unless you gotta pay me a certain type of money, because that's the point of going to the Saudi League. And my point is just that, yo, it's not like him not gonna have no options after that. That's what I say. Like, it may not be for the same price tag where a Saudi club would give you. But, like, I don't want you to think that, like, all right, yo, Unaga can come off a ZH for a price. Like, you see me? You still have Syria clubs that might want him.
I don't think wanting him is the problem. Like I said, I think his knees fucked and he's basically going to fail all his medicals.
Yeah, but we've seen transfers even go through unfailed medicals, so like that's why I say like I'm just like go wait out that situation and not really like panic about it or anything.
So another thing as well that we're looking at. Pulisic, Leon wanted to offer 25 million fee, but Pulisic wants to go to AC Milan instead.
Of course.
But Milan only wants to pay Chelsea 12 million, and Chelsea tell them to fuck off with that.
Of course, I'm not going for AC Milan more than him.
Yeah, but Milan, the Syria clubs are moving cheap as fuck.
That's the point. Like, just tell us that Jose not sign nothing but free agent. Jose said it himself.
Yeah, and the club is like it's the same thing Lukaku situation, right?
Yeah.
The club has basically told Lukaku and Inter Milan that yo, we have no problem to let Lukaku go in, but here what? We not go bend over backwards for accommodate Lukaku and for accommodate you. So if Lukaku wants to go to Inter, right, the club wants an obligation to buy, and somebody's paying the loan fee plus paying his wages. So either Lukaku coughs up the money himself and buy himself a time contract, or Inter Milan buy themselves out of the contract, or Lukaku have to go find a club somewhere else because guess what?
No, but I told you
the club lucky. Chelsea closed the door to come up and tell him, say, we don't want you here.
Yeah, but
and if Milan said it, if Milan wants you like how they proclaim that they want you,
Leon,
then the obligation to buy will be in the contract.
Leon. They don't want the man. Like, what part of it you not understand?
Well, guess what? He's been twerking for Inter, in bend over for Inter. So now it's between him and Inter to decide if they really want each other.
Leon,
but the club lucky door upon him.
Leon, they don't want him like that. It's like a girl just like keep a man on the side just because like yo, in case like the man would want.
Yeah, she just lead him on in case.
Yes.
In case the first option fail.
Yeah. So if Dzeko gone, Dzeko there Fenerbahce. So if them don't re-sign Icardi, who's free, again, like Roma them competition, but them can sign back Icardi, or if they don't get a player like Abubakar or a cheap option like what the Uruguayan youth named Maxi Romero and them got like if they don't get a cheap option, they're still all you know who Inter can shock people and sign? Giancarlo Ramos, the Benfica striker, Portuguese youth.
Yeah, but Benfica want big money for him.
No, but that's my point. They don't want to spend big on Lukaku. Because, like, again, they're not really valuing the same way he was valued in an Antonio Conte squad. He's still valued as a player in terms of, yo, like, we still respect you that you're a good forward. But you don't fit the playing style. All right, you remember when Caicedo, this is a fuck up example, but you remember when Caicedo was with Simone Inzaghi at what do you call it? Lazio.
Yeah.
Are the same situation. Caicedo was dependable, like scored most and goal in like the final minute.
Mm-hmm.
Him don't start him. Constantly scored for Lazio in like some late game situation.
Oh yeah, speaking of Lazio,
Yeah.
Kezman has offered Chelsea the opportunity to sign Savic.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
signing Milinkovic Savic, you talk, right?
yes, yeah, Kezman, yeah. Kezman is his agent, Kezman, former Chelsea player, has decided that he wants to offer his player to the club. The club, we're not sure if the club is going to take it up, but we're waiting about a signing there.
Um, that signing again. Still, I would love that signing, but must still want a defensive midfield. That'd be a very good signing. Still want a defensive mid. Because essentially have a box-to-box midfielder with playmaking ability. You have a different style of Kovacic or Izumi, or even De Bruyne, because in passing is very, very underrated. Because he's such a more physical, and he's a very good dribbler, high work ethic. Izumi, I
Mm-hmm.
think he's a better he's what Matic wanted to be. He's exactly what Matic wanted to be. Because remember, Matic really was a box-to-box midfielder that Chelsea say, "Yo, stand up in front of the defense and tackle." Stop your fuckery. Remember, Matic started to complain because he wanted to play a much more further forward role.
Yeah, I remember, yeah.
Yeah, and arguably Matic two best spells is when him and Conte was playing as a pivot for Conte, and when him and Mikel had to play as a pivot for Hiddink when Hiddink did saving at the 10th place season. And those are two very good spells for him. No, of course, even right now under Jose, defensive midfield play. And Chelsea mostly played him as a defensive mid. Wasn't he there Jose's second spell?
Yes.
Yeah, and
He
then
won the league with him.
yeah. So again, him and
Zeman
either
Fabregas.
Fabregas or Ramirez when Jose won.
Mm-hmm.
So again, most managers look at him and say, "Oh, defensive mid." But what Milinkovic Savic is, where my tall, physical, can take long shots, but my passing is like a deep line playmaker's passing, and I can get forward and get into the box and score goals. You see me? So like him have all of that. But I don't want to say his passing is exactly on the level of a De Bruyne, but him not that far off from those type of guys. You see me? So he can still thread a needle, but like he might give physicality, um, and what do you call it there? Goal scoring ability. He does get goals. And him can
That is
fit
true.
and him can fit multiple playing styles. He's doing excellent under Maurizio Sarri. Granted, he's played under managers who played more passing football than physical football. Because when it was it's Sarri now and Simone Inzaghi before. And again, people see Simone Inzaghi formation and assume that, oh, this is not a passing and possession team. Don't let the 3-5-2 fool you. It's not like an Antonio Conte 3-5-2. They very much play kind of a Catenaccio style. They set up Catenaccio style, but in terms of defensively, but they play like a tiki-taka football going forward. Because again, it's not like Inter couldn't beat Man City. You see me? That game was very, very close. Plus, we saw like the missed chances. So some people would argue Inter should have won that final. So
True.
again, Simeone's teams might set up defensively like an Antonio Conte, typical Italian overall. But going forward, they're not just this kick the ball long, drop it in your
They're
chest.
not.
You see me? So Milinkovic Savic can fit Pochettino style. But that tempt me for one keep Ziyech. put him Edson Alvarez and Milinkovic Savic in our midfield. But we have Nkunku, so it wouldn't make a difference either way. But yeah, Nkunku was number 10.
Funnily, I saw Tifo did a video.
Yeah.
On sensible transfers for Chelsea. And one of the options, one of the guys, they said that for right wing, like he said, ideally Chelsea keeps Ziyech for the right wing position.
No. I am tired of people.
Yeah, but he's not going to play number 10. Plus, remember how Pochettino uses his right winger. He does not use his right winger as a traditional right winger. His right winger drifts into the half space and plays as a 10. That's what Eriksen did. He played as a 10.
Again.
Because Pochettino's 10 actually pushes up to join the striker, and the right winger comes in and plays as the 10. Yeah, so the starting position is irrelevant.
Either wingers do the same thing. And that's why Delhi scored so much, because Delhi it's similar.
Delhi played alongside Kane. Son was primarily the goal scoring wing on the left hand side, and you had Eriksen operating as the playmaker in that number 10 space. And he was saying that Ziyech is the perfect player who you can have starting out wide and come in and play as a number 10, unlike Madueke, which is your traditional winger who thrives on going outside, getting passed back. And he also said that because Chelsea has Reece James and Melo Gusto, who can provide the width on that right-hand side, it would be perfect for Ziyech to play as that 10 while you have Reece James out wide.
I'm not saying it doesn't work tactically. That was never my point. I never say it could have worked tactically. He still plays as a right winger from Morocco. I'm not saying it doesn't work tactically, Leon.
Yeah, but the Morocco system is similar to how he drifts inside and play as a 10.
No, that's what I said. I never said it. That's my damn point. That's what my point.
No, that's what I feel. I'm not saying time to play as a traditional right wing. I'm just saying that
either way, like
the starting position is irrelevant.
My point is like, if I gonna do this rebuild, just do this rebuild. I like Milinkovic Savic and
No, I'm just saying that if Chelsea can remember, Madueke is the starting right winger, right? But Madueke is not going to play all 36 games plus FA Cup plus League Cup, is he?
Still. But here's the thing though. You have to look on it from this perspective.
And if we can't sell him,
well, no, because you have to look on it from the player perspective as well. All right, that's what I look at. One hand, I want to see it just go somewhere where he can play in football.
And the club wants that as well. But if we can't sell him, might as well use him down.
It cannot not sell him. Like, you can sell him.
Or you can only sell a place if club bids for him,
Yeah, and again, I think more clubs will bid for him. It might not be.
So far, we haven't gotten anything on preseason start tomorrow.
No, again, don't fret. If the Saudi deal doesn't go through, I'm gonna say there'll be options.
Like I said, the club wants him out anyway. So, but the second option that he said was Michael Olise. What do you think about that?
That's a good backup player for him for Madueke. Palace are charge arm and a leg good.
Yes, of course, I'm gonna charge your arm and a leg fee. Name a club that doesn't charge your arm and a leg for their players.
Marseille apparently.
Okay, that's a good one.
People constantly a robbery.
Okay, that's a good one. Okay, that's a good one. You guys haven't gotten the memo yet.
Are the new board more the new owners on the new board for leave now? You can't cancel. You can't every day and then league and keep on congratulate them too, because every time them fuck up, we still finish second or third. You see me? So it's like
so get if it ain't broke.
Yeah, but it broke. It not in now work properly. It's just that the rest of the league now take advantage. PSG give everybody a chance to take the league from them last year. And Marseille they in a second place, so they're near the whole year and still fuck it up and finish third. I can't blame the manager too much because you get a very depleted squad. Guendouzi was playing as a defensive midfielder and an extra centre back option on Arsenal, right?
Mm-hmm.
My boy plays a number 10 for Marseille.
Why?
He must score. Like, I want our biggest goal threat.
What do you mean he's a goal threat?
I want to be. He's been a be outside of Alexis Sanchez. He's been like our highest leading goal scorer for the past maybe 2 years.
You're joking.
No, I'm serious. We had Milik as a leading goal scorer when he was there. Then when Sanchez coming in this year, he became our leading goal scorer. Payet was the second leading goal scorer last year, but Payet really I get old now. Him and Payet play as number 10s. So the two of them play behind Sanchez. And they will have 2 central midfield after that. That 3-4-3. That's how it's been this season. So Guendouzi drop as a number 10 and Sanchez and Payet kind of play as 2 number 9. That makes sense to you? Or 2 false 9, if that makes sense to you.
Yeah,
but
I understand the
that 3-4-3, but like so yeah, Guendouzi like one of our biggest goal threat and one of our best creators. You see me? And this was a guy, as most said, that plays a defensive midfield and a extra centre back option at Arsenal. So do with that what you will.
Man said, do with that what I will.
Villa rob with Abubakar.
Okay, we can't deny that, yes. Villa did fucking up on that.
You see me? We get rob. Maxime Lopez, Sassuolo robbery.
That's when you know say it fuck up in that when
Sassuolo robbery. Yeah, brother. 8 mil for Maxime Lopez. Would that carry the team? 8 mil? We get robbed by Sassuolo, brother. Like it rough out there. Jerson left for free and gone back to Brazil to win more Copa Libertadores with Flamengo. And it was like one of our best players. And was working well with Guendouzi as a midfield pivot. But no, Marseille continue. I don't even see what transfer. We get Conrad De La Fuente basically for cheap from Barca. The jackass them sell him for like 10 million or something like that to Olympiacos. Why? He was one of the youngsters them Barca did have to sell out. Like when the sale out did go on. Marseille get him for cheap. Very talented. I would argue the most natural. When they talk about natural, he was supposed to be USA's new Neymar. Because him have that natural flair. I talk about like US have some players like Pulisic to me is a playmaker can dribble, right? And can score. He can do a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
And him can use 2 foot well. Timothy Weah to me is pace, dribbling, and him not him daddy finishing, but him have good movement. It's like how Muller, and not necessarily like a Gerd Muller, but like him have other aspects to him game.
Yeah.
Same
Passing,
thing with
finishing.
Yeah, same thing with Weah. That's why Weah is played out. By the way, Weah might be Vlahovic's strike partner at Juve.
Yeah, but apparently Chelsea's making some talk. They're talking to see.
Either way, Weah and Moses Keane, either way. Like forgo from well, not really bench because
you know who's up for sale too?
Who that?
Chiesa.
Yeah, but Chiesa is more of a situation of like necessity. I don't think them want for sell him is more of if we can't get somebody for left for the squad.
Yeah, because see Milan sell Tonali.
Yeah, because they need the money. It's not that them want to sell him, they just need the money. Like the serial club now, like I tell people like, yo, that's how I'm saying. Kafu says something. Say like him don't pay attention to the Premier League players in England, right? I might be misquoting.
Yeah.
Because him don't respect the league. Like him say like, hold on, and him even start to shade on some Liverpool players. So him say, oh, him don't like the attitude of English players, specifically. Like, and he doesn't like English pundits, because he even bring up the punditry. And he's like, imagine somebody.
Yeah, but nobody likes English pundits, though, sir.
Yeah, but like he's like, imagine somebody telling these kids all of their lives that they're this great thing. One of them even had the gall to compare some Liverpool player with me, a World Cup winner and a Champions League winner. You see me, I'm one of the greatest right backs of all time. Because I think Gary Neville or Carragher, one of them must compare him to Cafu when them did that win the Champions League. You see me?
With Trent?
Yeah. And Cafu is like, they had the audacity to compare him to me or say that he's on my level. Like imagine, he said he respects La Liga's pundits, he respects Syria pundits, he respects those leagues more because like they have to play football. They can't just buy a bag of players because you have the most popular league. So a lot of the players who play in those leagues are either much more football knowledgeable and less hyped, so them work harder. You see me? So like when you look at Syria teams, they have to build teams.
Yeah, but Cafu is being ingenious because in the 90s, when Syria was outspending everybody in Europe,
yeah,
right? Then they weren't building teams.
no, they were building.
They were,
yeah, give the Syria something. They built.
but they were buying. They were the go-to place. They were the most watched league in the world. All the superstars were going there.
Brother, the man them replaced Van Basten with Papin, like 2 Ballon d'Or.
Exactly. Right? So the Serie A was the top dog in the 90s.
No, man, I say what I'm saying. I just say like.
Right? And then,
yeah.
Right? And they went out.
Yeah.
And they were buying up, like you said, them replace 1 Ballon d'Or winner with a Ballon d'Or winner.
You have to remember, no, Patrick Vieira and Henry are considered failures in the Serie A.
Exactly.
Dennis Bergkamp is considered a failure at Inter. You see me? That's why people respect Arsene Wenger. Like, enough man career gets saved.
So to say that, the Premier League is just the most popular league, and
no, he's not saying it's a bad. He's not saying it's a bad league. What he was specifically commenting on was that like he likes the way the rest of the other leagues talk about football, their players, and how they build their teams, or how they're forced to build their teams. So like him respect how them treat the youngsters because they have to build proper teams. You see me? So they not overhype the youngsters and then turn upon them when them don't make it.
Oh well, okay then, yeah.
Like,
that's been an English problem for the longest while.
No, but that's why what he was saying was that compared to the youngsters coming out of the other leagues who have to learn football and really be football focused in terms of your league not spend that much money unless you're coming from a team at the top. So you really have to learn football a lot more. You really have to work harder. You're not gonna have the same attitude that the English players them have. So that's why I mean to bring up the whole trend situation because people are telling you say Cafu like from from your youngster. I ain't not really reach my level yet. So it's like right now, look how much people turn upon Trent Alexander. Yo, play him in a midfield now. Tired of seeing my right back. You get what I say?
Well, lucky still. I've been calling for him to play in a midfield.
No, but he played in midfield in the academy. I've been telling you to play him as a holding mid or a box-to-box mid. A long time now, me and I said that for years. Because again, when I saw Trent in the academy, he was playing as a holding mid. So again, people are comparing to Cafu as soon as he reached the Liverpool team. Because this was back when like in just Trent hot on the market. Like, so I understand what Cafu was saying. Him not say like the Premier League deserve them successor or some shit like that. Him just say, the way the English media hype them youngsters, him like hear the other leagues talk about their youngsters. Because them really have to talk football and them really have to go.
But funnily, right?
Yeah.
This is only a problem for the traditional English clubs. Because Chelsea youngsters are never hyped. They're never talked about.
No, you only have a couple of rare ones.
What couple of rare ones, bro?
McEachran was
James only started. McEachran, yeah, but McEachran wasn't even considered a top Chelsea talent, produced talent. When compared to what we have now.
Oh well, that's not fair. Like when McEachran did come out, he was being compared to like Xavi and Pirlo. You see me? Especially after that match against Benfica in the Champions League. After the injury problems, like more and more him hype did die down. But I thought McEachran, just when Ancelotti did have McEachran, like when Ancelotti did have McEachran, like there was Pirlo Xavi talks.
Well, to be fair, still he was doing.
No, that's what I'm gonna say. Like him are the last one who I can remember where did actually have some form of hype. Cause Gael Kakuta never have the hype in the same year. And Van Aanholt never have the hype in the same year. Bertrand never have the hype in the same year group. You see me? Loftus-Cheek never have that much of a hype. Louis Baker never have that. When Louis Baker go,
Finally, they never had no hype. Remember, it was Josie who actually put some respect on him name.
yeah, and
When him said that, yo, if Loftus-Cheek don't make it a chance, we might as well just lock down the academy and call it a deal.
And Louis Baker, it wasn't until them see him at Vitesse before like people start recognizing.
Yeah, true. So Chelsea youngsters aren't hyped. Like reach enough to win a Champions League before people start actually taking serious. I think the only youngster that was really talked about and they used it as a beating stick for the club was Callum Hudson-Odoi. Because Sarri wasn't starting him. And then Sarri was like, yo, they are steps this. He comes off the bench, he gets some minutes here and there, and over a gradual period of time, then he makes the starting 11.
That's what it is in our brother league.
Yeah, that's what it is in the league. It's like when Persis was telling Foden to leave City. Oh, you should leave and go somewhere else where you can start. Like he's not being coached by a manager that has brought like the amount of players where Pep gave a career to.
The amount of players leave off for the fact that they're on Pep squad.
That too.
You know what players still have football careers because he was a La Masia academy graduate. Pep Guardiola gave him his debut. You know what players live and dead off it, brother? Cuenca, Teo, Muniesa, Montoya, Mark Bartra still play football. Like only Jeffrey Suarez ended up playing for Venezuela and play for Sporting Central Portugal. And never do shit. When we see Jeffrey Suarez never do shit for Sporting Central Portugal, I know say alright, yeah, man, like that. You see me? And this is somebody who was scoring at El Clasico. Remember the 5-1 El Clasico? Jeffrey Suarez was the last person scoring that match.
Yes, man, I live off of that.
The man live off of that.
Build a career off of that.
Do nothing else in his career. Because right after that, when Pep decided to let him go Sporting, and he did have 1 and 2 moments, but like no production, and end up switching nationality from Spain to Venezuela. And bro, if you can't make the Venezuela starting 11.
And something drastically wrong with you.
Yeah. Just to show you, like, you have man will live off of the fuck, say, yo. Pep Guardiola, Jonathan Dos Santos. You see me? Sergio Roberto more deserving. Like, Oriol Romeo, you there, Girona right now. Did a play at Southampton. Come on, Chelsea, because, yo, La Masia graduate, Pep bring him.
True.
The next Busquets. You see me? Sergi Sampier go all over the world. Sergi Sampier end up at Japan with Iniesta. Lee Sanchez, the defensive midfielder, would come up with Thiago Alcantara them. Alcantara. Now, granted, him, just like Sergio Roberto, his one is more deserved. You see me? But there's a lot of players who Pep gave a debut to and have made a career off it. Bartra end up at Dortmund, Real Betis. You see me? Girona. You see me? There's guys who live off of the fact say, oh, Pep did coach them at one point in their life. You remember Guy Asselin, the Israeli? He's currently playing at mostly either Mallorca or I think Mallorca in La Liga right now. That man never scored more than 10 goals for a season. Maybe 7. Ended up playing football all over the world, constantly getting chances. Why? Yo, La Masia graduate, Pep Guardiola gave him debut.
It's one of those weird situations, you know? It's weird, like. But like you said, like that but again, back then La Masia had like a big. If you were a La Masia graduate, you know, you were really considered to be like a top footballing player.
No, but even now, look how much people at TV play. That's why I said La Masia has not lost its even reputation. Barca make it look stupid. Bro, Danny Almo could have done a Barca team without for free. Now. Just to show you recent examples. Xavi Simons killed it at Eindhoven. Finished second in the league, granted. but win him like a Dutch Cup and you see me as a starter. If you want recent examples, you see me. For what it's worth, Cucurella like make it to Brighton and the Premier League and even came to Chelsea. For what
Yeah,
it's
but he
worth,
was considered a great player still. It's Gazum Chelsea, Gazum City forget him. So yeah, him could have win a treble this year.
you see me. So like, it's not like say oh Barca still now over the years produce players. A Barca make it look bad because them never did I use them. But other places in Europe did I use them. Danny Almo go all the way to Croatia, then come out Leipzig in Germany.
Yep.
So again, it's not La Masia never dropped them flag yet. A Barca the problem. A Barca turn them back on La Masia and make La Masia look bad. But people been thieving Barca Academy graduates and turn them into a bare minimum. Andre Onana. If you want to go back a little bit further, since Danny Almo and Xavi Simons too recent, if you want to go a little bit further back, Onana is a Barca boy who Ajax basically say, yeah man, forward. Because I think he's a part of the Etu Foundation. Etu have like a direct Etu have an academy in Cameroon with a direct line to Barca. You see me? So Barca have like a strong line of Cameroonian players. Onana I don't want to make it. Cause you have Dungo, Thafshak Makoun, couple others. You see me? Like you have couple others we just never make it. But Onana was a successful one. Right now, if Ter Stegen for say, oh, Mwanga Bayern right now, what Barca gonna do in terms of our replacement keeper? When they did have Onana for free. Plus, could I get Onana for free before Inter sign him? Because Ajax had done with him because of the doping incident. So Inter signed him for free. And see, you know, Man U say them are looking upon him.
Yeah.
Because again, Ten Hag used to coach him at Ajax.
Oh yeah, forget no. I completely forgot that.
Played against Man U in a Ten Hag team.
Yes, I completely forgot
Played in a
that
Ten Hag
you
team.
in the Europa League final, sorry, against United.
Yes, and again, played for Ten Hag in that Champions League year. That was him real breakout year. So again, Barca could have had him for free at your academy graduate. You see me? So again, La Masia never lose them reputation or drop them flag. You have a right back from Dortmund named Morier or something like that. Where them take from La Masia. La Masia, brother, Bordo take all of the La Masia scraps. Sergi before them get relegated. Then they take this is the right back where they play across from Cucurella in the academy. Sergi Palencia. I didn't even want Chelsea looking upon him because him kind of have that Aspilicueta thing about him, where him work hard and leadership qualities more than just raw talent. Yeah, like him got Bordo. You see me? So again, not that La Masia has still been selling people. K Ruiz are still sell him to PSG when he never make it to PSG, take him back and then sell him to another French club. You see me? Oriol Busquets there in the French league. As bad as Pui decisions, I don't agree with his LA Galaxy decision. He's still doing well in the MLS. It's not like he's playing like shit in the MLS. If team are shit, they're not build shit around him. Him and Chicharito and everything.
As usual.
But like him now play good. We see the talent. I wonder why the fuck he in the league in the first place.
Because somebody has an attitude problem.
Yeah, like you have a discipline problem. So it's not like Barca stopped producing at any point in time good players. We just allow other teams to just take them from, And then we tried to be the whole Galacticos thing when Real Madrid are sure we even know this is how the Galacticos thing is actually done. Because it's not like
And
Madrid
funnily enough, Madrid has changed how they did the Galacticos thing because they first went out and did it and got players who were in the peak of their prime. And that failed. And then Perez left, and when Perez come back, he was like, we're gonna do the Galacticos thing again, but here what? We're gonna change it up this time.
they just went younger. They just
Just
went
saying younger.
yeah.
We just went for them before they got into their prime.
Fully prime, yeah. But they were still somewhat proof.
Yeah.
Benzema did have multiple
Then
years.
again, multiple. He left. He came in as the top goal scorer that year in France.
Exactly.
Varane, Modric, Ronaldo just won the Ballon d'Or that year.
Before
Kaka
that,
was
Kaka was exactly.
Kaka, exactly. So they kind of just came in
Still
with
never went,
young
never hit
guys.
them prime, but like different.
Except Kaka.
Afterwards.
Kaka was in his prime.
Well, yeah. Is it, but still not even in full prime because I think they get Kaka
Was in the
like
middle of his prime. Was in the middle of his
yeah,
prime.
like when they get Kaka when I'm like 26, 27.
Yeah. But injuries, robbed us of something
And
special.
even when him go back a Milan, him did not play good. He just had play for a shit Milan team.
Very. And then they brought in Ozil, which was the deathbed for Kaka.
Yeah, because
here's the number 10, and you know where you go.
So
like you know where you go from there. Like Ozil, that Ozil was Madrid. Ozil was. There has been another playmaker like him. As I saw a post out there, and someone was like, De Bruyne no or Ozil at Madrid, and I'm like, yo,
Ozil at Madrid with ease.
Ozil at Madrid. De Bruyne has never hit those heights.
With ease. Shit, Di Maria at that no, bro. Di Maria carried Madrid for a year as them playmaker when Ozil leave.
Oh yeah, the La Decima season
And
when he was playing as a center mid.
Exactly in a 4-3-3.
Man upon the right hand side of a
And
three-man midfield.
it was either Madrid,
He was the playmaker.
Madrid or Xabi Alonso. More like if they want to slow down the game, circle the game, it was Xabi. If they want to really attack, Madrid, Di Maria, and Khedira. When they more like somebody calm down the game, control the pace of the game, it's Xabi Alonso, Di Maria, and Khedira. Then them did have BBC up front. And again, Ozil would have started as that 10 if he did stay at Madrid.
Yep. Well, we could do a little quick wrap up now.
Bro, somebody really asked that? Like, Ozil never win a World Cup or something like?
Yes, bro. I said like the person said, who would you take in their prime, right? Ozil at Madrid or De Bruyne right now? And I'm like, y'all, you all have forgotten that Christie who at least a Ballon d'Or to Ozil. That him should at least cut it in half and give him the next half, right? Just like how Messi should cut one a few more and give it to Iniesta.
Ozil out make Xavi and put Iniesta's assist numbers and Xavi assist numbers in the 20.
Oh yeah, I forget that. Ozil has way more. Yes, he doubles it.
He doubles it.
Ozil was the highest assist maker in La Liga.
In Europe, bro. Like as a record.
No, yeah, in Europe, yeah. Like the only person close to him in assist was Messi. Like he always has like 200 plus assists from Madrid.
That's why I say like people forget, brother. People forget. The same thing with Neymar now. Must see rumors of Neymar come back to Barca. Yes, I come before falls now.
Yeah, he has 222 assists. In La Liga alone, he has 54 assists in 105 games. Bro, that's more than half of his games.
And that's how when Ozil take on people and dribble past me.
Again, the man dribble past both Xavi and Iniesta on the line in El Clasico.
The same thing for Atletico Madrid too.
People were shocked. Like people forgot that in 2010, Germany brought Ozil in 2010, and he didn't play the group stages. He only played about 3 games, and those 3 games that he played, everybody was like, "Yeah, a fit Ozil and Germany wins the World Cup." What happened in 2014? A fit Ozil, Germany win the World Cup. I think his time at Arsenal has warped.
Yeah, warp his
His
mentality. Same thing with
has
Neymar.
warped persons um
Perception.
perspective, perception of who these players really is. Because for a shit Werder Bremen team, he had 54 assists, and this Werder Bremen team was poor.
I
It
actually
was
feel
poor.
generation with them buy will bring it up back because remember them take Aaron Hunt.
Yes.
Them take Ozil from Schalke. Them take Marin from Mönchengladbach. And them take Pizarro from Bayern.
Yep.
Striker. The Paraguayan striker. Them take Pizarro because Pizarro couldn't start over Makai. Plus then Podolski did it to plus Muller did it. So it's like, all right, even though Pizarro is a good player, like send him go with Bremen. You see me? So like Bremen was doing the whole buy youngsters cheap and early. And the first season at Schalke, Ozil started up, and then Bremen was like, all right, give it him. First season, Marin started up at Gladbach, give it him, and then put them together. A Valencia team of David Silva, David Villa, Pablo Hernandez was the team that knocked them out.
Yep.
I think it was a semi-final. That's one of the Europa League Classic semi-finals. I think it was a 4-3. Was one of the
beautiful match, man. Beautiful match.
Like I must say, like the German youngsters versus the Spanish youngsters. And see we come up in 2014. Sorry, 2010.
Yeah, it was that again.
I was like,
but this time we never had a fit Worsley. We never had a fit Schweinsteiger.
And the man them score one and decide say, yo, pass the ball to the dead.
Funnily enough, they did that to us twice, both in 2010 and 2012.
Yeah,
and both times we did not have a fit Ozil. It was so annoying. But in 2014 and 2016, we come with vengeance. But I think anything else you want to say?
No, I'm just transfer them money to I'll volume more content for the like.
Yeah. Like preseason kickoff today. Well, tomorrow officially for everybody. Chelsea spending 2 weeks in London. We hired back one of our longtime physios, Mark Hughes. He was physio here. He took over after Eva left. And then he was fired. And then the players demanded that we brought him back. And funnily, he also worked with Pochettino at Spurs. So not only has he's not only like a former Chelsea physio that was here from when Jose came the first time. He worked with Pochettino at Spurs. So he's now back at the club. He's now the head physio at the club. So he gave an assessment, and we only have 2 minutes. I made this short, right? He said that Pochettino's fitness regime, where it's like high intense stuff, build them up.
Because you think they're gonna need for it's a high pressing style and play.
He says that these players are way behind that. That at this moment in time, before they fly out to America for the Premier League tour, they have they're basically starting from scratch, fitness-wise, with the players that they are so unfit that if Pochettino was to do his normal preseason fitness regime, right, the entire squad would be injured. That's someone who does sports science. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
That kind of expected because the players never did that train with intensity for a good year and a half now. Since Tuchel leave, and then the thing
and
is,
then Potter came in and
but even if Potter, one, that squad was already burnt out because a transition would have tried for transition it. 2, I don't mind Potter giving those breaks because again, if the squad can't,
it was a bad situation.
Like if that's what I said. Like if Potter, let's say that Potter did train him for be intense like Brighton, and what time would he have done used to do that anyways?
True, and then again, you have 10 players injured. Well, you had 10 players injured up until like January.
Then what exactly? Then what would?
So you really never have a choice.
Yeah. So what would be the point of like overburning what you had? So
and you never had anything to begin with.
Exactly.
We literally had to buy players in January because we couldn't feel a
squad, yeah.
But we'll talk more about that tomorrow when preseason kick off. So
we have Gold Cup on them other stuff.
Yeah, I know Jamaica's been playing somewhat good.
But they're definitely playing good. We played against shit teams.
I know we played against shit teams. Take your wins wherever you can get them.
Yeah, and then when we get knocked out now, everybody I got turn from the coach and fire.
As usual. Have a good night, everybody. Well, we'll talk tomorrow.